As Doctor Strange and his newly assembled super team continue to ping-pong their way across time and space, what dark secrets will they uncover? Well, let's hop into the pages of Defenders issue number 3 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last issue had left off, Doctor Strange and his friends had managed to defeat the first Eater of Worlds on the home planet of Galactus. However, no sooner than the battle was done were the entire Defenders sent through yet another portal to an even more ancient Earth past. What's particularly fun and interesting, though, is that Taya, the mother of the boy who will one day grow up to be Galactus, kinda hitched a ride and is now just along for the trip, and oh boy is she a lot of fun. This story isn't really about her, though. Much like how the previous issue was kind of a focus piece for Silver Surfer, this issue shines the spotlight on Red Harpy Betty Ross. She talks about her upbringing, being dragged from military base to military base by her famous general father, and how she was always shy and meek, but if they want to live through this, as she is the most professional flyer, she's gonna have to take charge. Which thankfully she manages to do just in the nick of time before they all end up becoming prehistoric street pizza. Now, when exactly are the Defenders right now? Well, apparently they're sometime in the 5th cosmos, whatever the hell that means. That's the interesting thing about time travel, isn't it? The further you go back, you can eventually just start making up words and I'll have to agree with them. This place, though, just so happens to be a home to an evil sorcerer by the name of MORIDUN. Actually, he's an ancient sorcerer supreme that Ewing had introduced in the pages of his short-lived New Avengers run. MORIDUN has kidnapped and enslaved Dr. Zolta, the Enclave scientist that the Masked Raider has been after since the very beginning of this storyline. MORIDUN can tell there's some deep, dark, magical secret within the mind of Zolta, and Zolta seems to want to try and learn more about the history of magic from someone like MORIDUN, who, yes, looks like Cthulhu. As we discover from both MORIDUN and eventually Doctor Strange himself, it's this point in history that the rules of magic were originally put in place. Back then, magical powers in the universe were signified by powerful ancient symbols, the sword, the scepter, and hey, if you stop and think that that reminds you a lot of what's been going on with the tarot cards and the arcana, you would be totally right, but more on that in a minute. The Defenders barely have an opportunity to lick their wounds after that crash landing before they're under attack by a purple worm. Oh man, I feel like I should make a Dune joke, but I've never actually read it. Once again, Galactus' mom actually proves to be an excellent new addition to the team, tearing into the monster and taking great pleasure in it at the same time. She's like a lady space Conan, what's not to love? As Strange and the others end up finding out much too late, the worm was actually more of a smokescreen. It was never entirely meant to kill them, only meant to spill its blood, which in turn is used as a portal for MORIDUN. Yeah, this dude's so evil he travels by blood door. Strange and MORIDUN measure wizard dicks for a little bit and talk about the nature of magic, saying here in this ancient time it was a lot more blunt, a lot more unrefined, but arguably a lot more powerful too. Furthermore, we get a big revelation involving the actual members of this newest Defenders team and why they were picked. You see, as we saw in the first issue, they all correspond to a different tarot card. But those tarot cards also correspond to an ancient magical symbol, meaning that this group of Defenders aren't just a team, they're actually part of a much bigger spell circle. Also, you'll recall in the whole last issue, Doctor Strange wasn't actually able to cast a spell himself after defeating his ego and unlocking magic in ways he never thought possible before. Well, here he finally does cast a spell. Only he doesn't cast it on himself, he actually casts it on Betty, the Red Harpy. She didn't actually think she had any inherent magic ability, but if you've been reading Al Ewing's Hulk book, you'll know all about the Green Door. A place where gamma science and ancient magic from the One Below All actually end up intersecting. The Red Harpy is able to call upon the power of the Green Door in a way we've never seen her do before, and ultimately use the aftershock to vanquish MORIDUN. Obviously, he's not gone forever, as he is still destined to battle the superhero sometime in the future. The Defenders all end up tumbling through the Green Door, and when Betty Ross comes to, she's not Red Harpy anymore. And if you know anything about the Green Door or that Al Ewing Immortal Hulk series, you'll know that things have a funny habit of getting all body horror right around this time, which they totally do. Doctor Strange, Masked Raider, and the others had survived their trip through the Green Door, but not unchanged. They are some sort of a hulking abomination now, but not that abomination, something totally different. And it's on this shocking note the comic comes to a close. So that was Defenders issue number 3, everybody, and overall I did did enjoy it. It's nice to see Red Harpy take the driver's seat both literally and figuratively. I like the connective tissue with Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk series, and I'm sure if you're a fan of the Marvel Magic set, you'll enjoy Ewing putting his own spin on the origins of magic in the Marvel Universe. Personally, for me, I couldn't help but have my eyes glaze over a little bit, if only because I know it doesn't matter how hard Ewing goes to try and explain this stuff, another writer's just gonna change it later. The book continues to look great, that's for sure. Javier Rodriguez does some truly amazing stuff with colors and composition, and you know they were having a blast getting to draw the creepy as hell MORIDUN. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. It was pretty good. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me and the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.